Like you just shouldn't be like rubbing an animal and then being like which I know, and Becca and I have come out as eye rubbers, like
I know. I do
taking it
love
back
rubbing
to
my
a
eyes.
classic. But and we
Yeah.
we love rubbing our eyes, but uh, what has been the theme of this episode except for time and place?
And
And
I
I
did it at
did
your
it at your
birthday
birthday dinner.
dinner. I rubbed my eyes at your birthday dinner.
Manic
Pixie.
jump scare. Hosted by Quinn Murphy
And Becca Hobart.
Hi. We're Quinn and we're Becca. And welcome to Manic Pixie Jump Scare, a podcast where Becca and I talk openly about our shared delusions.
And love.
Of for each other.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to pull from Caroline Polachek, but I don't know if that was coming through so
She
much.
and that was kind of that was kind of evident, I would say. The
Thank you.
the reference was referenced, I would say, in that way.
Not afraid
Um
to reference.
Not afraid to reference or not reference. uh
Something I live by.
a woman who's given so much. And up
Exactly.
top, I do just want to flag for all of our MPJ super fans out there. I am wearing a little bit of an Easter egg on my body.
Yeah, wait. It's her.
Yeah, the jacket in
The
question.
jacket.
Yeah. Um, if you look in Becca and I's cover art, I was wearing this
Hmm.
jacket the night of the pity party where,
Yeah.
yes, I did dress like Becca, and
Hmm.
I sort of slayed actually.
I was fearful. Yeah.
And we also led the whole party in a game of spin the bottle, which of
Yeah.
course resulted in Becca and I making out.
Of
Um,
course, guys. What else?
because ultimately you do need to listen to podcasts where the hosts have made out with each other. Like that's something I'm always looking for when I'm listening to a podcast. I'm
Yeah.
like, do these people seem like they've made out with each other?
In like a fun girly way.
Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
like that answer, yeah, it has to be yes.
yeah. It has to. In today's day and age,
Has to be
it's
yes.
it's it's of paramount importance.
Hmm. Hmm.
But here Becca and I are again, and this week, since we were separated for a
Yeah.
long time, and since Becca and I are consumptors of media,
Hmm.
we wanted to make the catch up a little bit more oriented towards the media we've been consuming. And so we're
Hmm.
going to take
Hmm.
this little segment to talk about some things we've been liking lately in the culture. Because
Yeah.
that's kind of more broadly what this episode is about, which we'll get to a little bit later. But Becca, I'll
See?
let you take us where you want to take us first. Because there are some shared
Okay.
cultural pieces we have, and there are some not
Of
shared cultural pieces
course.
we have. So I'm just excited to see where my friend Becca is going to take us.
Yeah. I mean, I will jump in with something that does need to be talked about, and that
Mm-hmm.
is desire I want to turn into you.
And that's exactly where I thought
Yeah,
you were going.
yeah. And thank God for that.
Uh-huh.
So guys, listen, guys.
This was a big
Caroline
moment for you.
Polachek, I like just love her so much.
Uh-huh.
I feel like she is truly doing something that like I just always have never heard anything like what she makes.
Uh-huh.
It's so distinctive and I love it so much and it's so ethereal. So I was really obsessed with, I mean, I was obsessed with the singles from this album. Let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about Bunny as a writer. You
Mm-hmm.
have said in the past that you consider me to be Bunny, and like I so identify with that. And actually, I got that quote you said tattooed on my back. I haven't shown you yet, but it's
Oh
there.
my God.
And
It's amazing.
yeah, yeah, I know it's so exciting. It is in Comic Sans. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, I
Anywho,
would almost be mad if it wasn't.
okay, perfect, perfect. Um, and then Billions, so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Billions has really
Sunset, I
grown
was
on me.
feeling as well. Yeah. Um,
Sunset is very
it's like, okay,
Spanish. It's very like
yeah.
influenced. It's flamenco. It's
hmm
yeah. It
She
gives
was
me
like,
that
yeah,
vibe.
I'm gonna go crazy and drink a pina colada while I make this song, and
Hmm.
love that. And then, of course, Welcome to My Island, and also the remix of Welcome to My Island.
Oh my God. Welcome to my island, bitch. Let's talk about it. But also
Literally.
the
And
regular Welcome to My Island, I will never be over how good like the song, the bridge, first of all. And then also, just as
mhm,
somebody who like sings, and Caroline Polachek has such an interesting voice. And particularly
yeah,
how she uses her voice in her music because she does this thing where like she loves the way autotune sounds in music, but she doesn't use autotune herself. She just makes her voice sound like autotune, which I'm like,
yeah.
that's so weird and cool. And
She's crazy for that.
yeah, and she's always like, oh, but then in Welcome to My Island, she does this like sort of like visceral, like much more like rock, like and I like
Yeah.
every time I hear that, I'm like, oh my God, she's like like it was so cool to hear her do something like so different and so like she's showing
hmm
that she doesn't just always have to be like like she can like do
No,
something else and
yeah.
there are other colors to her voice.
She can go crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, she is a true testament to voice as instrument.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
I feel like sometimes she probably plays something on an instrument is like, actually, like, I think that I could sing that better and like
Yeah.
melodically create that just with
She,
my chords,
yeah.
bro.
She's like, so what if I imitated that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
if I copy
then,
pasted that to my body?
yeah. And then Blood and Butter was the last single.
Of course.
Hmm.
And I mean, I it's hard to even pick a favorite
Hmm.
because I love the entire album so much and I like listening to it all the way through.
Hmm.
Um, the first time I did listen to Pretty Impossible,
Hmm.
I think my car floated. Um, and that's just something I have to
Paris,
acknowledge right
Paris
here.
was floating. It was giving Back to the Future Part 2 when they have the
My
floating vehicles.
exactly, exactly. It was giving Khloe Kardashian, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. Spinning in the air. Anywho. Thank
Yeah,
you.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah. But Quinn, I'm dying to know. I mean, I feel like I've sort of like looped you into being a Caroline stan.
Oh, a
And
thousand
like,
percent.
yeah. And
Well,
so how are you feeling?
you've just allowed me to grow my appreciation because
Of
I
course.
like
You knew her.
yes, I knew her, but
Yeah.
only like kind of as Tears is my favorite song off of Pop 2, which we've talked about, and
Mm-hmm.
Caroline Polachek
Of
famously
course.
is the featuring artist on that song. Is she
Mm-hmm.
on
Mm-hmm.
Charlie? Does she have a song on the Charlie album?
I don't
I
believe
forget.
so.
But she was also
Let
on
me
New
look into it.
Shapes, and her part of New Shapes is like so that
Twisted
was
into new shapes.
yeah, that was kind of my introduction to I do not believe she's on Charlie, but you know, she doesn't need to be at this
It
point.
doesn't seem like it. Yeah,
But
it's already happened.
it's already happened. It's in the past. It's not something I want to dwell on.
Don't
But
worry about it, guys.
so she was like in the periphery, but and I had like when I started to get into hyperpop and stuff, I'd like heard of Pang, but I wasn't like I never like took the
Mm-hmm.
plunge and like listened to it. But and then we went to the concert and I've talked about it, but it was definitely the visually coolest concert I've ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the visuals, I'm so excited to see her
She
again.
slayed.
Becca and I are seeing her
Yeah.
again together. Yeah, it's true, it's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um shout out to you guys because you didn't really pay for it in any way, but you're listening. So
Yeah. You're supporting our continuing talking to each other. So thank you
yeah.
for that.
But anyway, so I was excited for this album because I was listening to the singles and stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Also the album cover, we just need to take a moment to talk about. Like, it's
She
so
just knows how to take a photo,
it's
guys.
no, she does because Pang is also kind of an iconic album cover, and this is just like
Exactly.
it's so weird, and like your eye lands in a different place every time you like look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just she's like this album has made me realize she's really operating on like a different creative level than anyone else that I know of
Oh
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like if
Oh
you
yeah.
read the little things on Spotify of like the storylines of all the songs, it's honestly crazy like all the things she's like thinking about when she's making these songs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um but yeah, so I think she's a really interesting artist. I'm really excited by her work. And
I love
this album is
her.
no exception. And I'm really glad it's cool to see like critics and stuff can sometimes be like, you have to disidentify with what you agree with from like critical takes of like an album and stuff. But this
Right?
album is kind of universally like acclaimed. Like everybody, it's
Yeah.
nice to, and it's nice to see that every once in a while. It's nice when like something comes out and you're like everybody's just like, oh, this is good.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, and also like I think of the song like "Crude Drawing of an Angel,"
Mm-hmm.
which like isn't even necessarily like there's something like weird about it and there's something unsettling about listening to it.
Sure.
And it's weird because she like did that. She's like, I wanted to make a song that was horny and scary at the same time. Like, and I'm
Guys,
like,
she's a genius.
you delivered on that, like 1,000%. And I love like the camera one. And it's like, I don't know,
Yeah.
it's just like a weird fucking song from a weird fucking girl. Um,
Spooky. Yeah.
yeah. Uh,
You know that? Have you seen that video of her? Like, she's just walking in a park and then she stops and like is just sitting on the ground singing to the ducks, like how she sings.
no.
And she's like being really loud and like there's people walking by and you're like, oh yeah, she's
I might
weird.
have seen this, but maybe not for a little while.
Gotcha. But yeah, it did bring me to the reality of her and like she's a weird girl, but we love her.
Yeah, she is weird. Have you ever seen her without that hat on? She's so weird.
She's so
But
weird.
um my like favorite track from the album right now is probably I Believe.
Oh yeah.
Just 'cause I've been thinking
That
about
one's
it.
emotional.
Yeah, and she dedicated it to Sophie,
Sophie, I know. Aw.
who iconic producer of music who
Mm-hmm.
tragically died way too young.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful song, and like the melody is really nice. The I love the something that stuck out to me like on my first listen of the song is the at the end of the song during like the outro, I want to say, the whistle from Bunny is a Rider comes back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
like it's such a cool callback, and it's like um
Do-do-do-do.
that's always a fun moment. I also really like
Mm-hmm.
Smoke, the song.
That is a good. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
I also love that she just released it on Valentine's Day, which was a Tuesday this year.
So random. Guys, she's crazy.
Like, and that's also another thing. It's like she doesn't care about like she's like because like every like all music comes out on a Friday, but she was like, no, I just want to release it on
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day. I don't care that's a Tuesday,
Yeah.
and
So
not even saying, oh,
I'm
it's a
gonna do that.
Valentine's Day album, and then releasing it on the 15th or the 9th or whatever, which were like
Mm-hmm.
around the Fridays that would have been the other days.
Yeah.
She's just like, no,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna release on Valentine's Day. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Love her.
Girl, do your own thing. Amazing.
Exactly.
Uh, but I'm excited for the concert. I'm excited to see what's going on.
I'm so excited.
What that girl
Oh
is
my
cooking
God.
up for us.
Exactly.
That is Azealia Banks' Instagram story where she's like, like at Caroline Polachek, I'm gonna
I
scoop your
hate
fucking mole out.
Oh my God. I see that on my timeline all the time and I
I'm
hate
sure
like
you do.
something about it is like it's really sinister for her to say that.
Yes. I think
It's
Azalea
so
Banks is
messed up.
nothing if not sinister. Like,
She's the most sinister girl around.
oh my God. I constantly the Azalea Banks story I'm constantly thinking about is actually the one where I forget who she tweeted about originally, but it's like, "Are you ready to die?" And people just fill in
Yeah.
like different people every time.
I forget who it was about too. Damn.
Uh,
It's
but
so useful.
yeah, are you ready to die?
Boom. But yeah,
So,
so
best new music, I would say.
hmm
But Becca, what are some other things that are getting your goat these days?
yeah. Well, I've also been listening to a lot of Renaissance.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
which, Quinn, I am so jealous of you.
Guys,
That
and I have an announcement to make. And Becca is queued up.
Yep.
I will be
hmm
reporting live from the Renaissance tour this summer in Philadelphia. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guys, hold your
Oh
applause.
yeah.
It's so loud in the studio right now. So loud.
Oh my God. Ow,
I love you
ow.
guys and I like do want to do this for you, but ultimately I do still have a job to do. So we need to quiet down for a second.
So calm down. Yeah.
But yeah, I am so excited. Ticketmaster did not screw me over. And I kind of manifested this, right? Because at one point I did say I would rather go to Renaissance than the Eras tour. Like I said that out loud.
And there you go.
And which tour didn't I get tickets for versus which tour I got tickets for? Yeah,
The yeah, the proof is in the
yeah.
purchase. Yeah,
And like, well, Eras, I was kind of doomed. Maybe Eras would have gone differently if I wasn't in a foreign country at the time.
sure.
But Ticketmaster did not like the fact that I was in Brazil, and it would not let me use the website while I was using a VPN.
They were pissed.
Yeah, they were pissed, but you know, I'm still holding out a little bit of hope for Eras, but I'm going to Renaissance. Like,
You can't complain.
no, literally, like, I don't have time to think about what Miss Taylor Swift is doing. Like,
Exactly.
I
She's some
got Beyonce to go
Beyonce.
see. Exactly. Um, so yeah, I'm really excited for what that means.
hmm
So, any any particular things, new ruminations on Renaissance, or anything that's standing out that's a little bit different from our initial discussions on the album?
I mean, it's just so good and I just can't stop listening to it and it just makes you want to dance so hard is
Yeah,
all.
she really
Yeah.
bottled it up and
hmm
said, you know what? This one's for the kids.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love her.
Renaissance, Desire. What else is going on in the world of Becca?
So I have been reading my Jane Austen and it is taking forever. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
guessed it.
I found it really easy though to read when I'm able to read out loud and do voices and act like I am Emma
Hmm.
and
I
that,
was,
I'm also all the other characters.
yeah, exactly. Did you
hmm
ever, have you ever gotten into audiobooks?
I cannot stay focused on them is the thing.
Yeah.
Like I just, yeah, no.
The only audiobooks I've ever like listened to were the Harry Potter audiobooks. And the guy who
Okay.
does them is actually really good. And the reason I brought it up is because you reminded me, because he has like different voices for all the characters and stuff. So
Oh, well, yeah, that's what I'm
maybe you
doing.
could like get into that. You could figure out how to like voice audiobooks.
I would love to do that.
That'd be a cool thing for
Hmm.
you.
Thank you, Quinn.
When we both write memoirs and then we're like those people who are like, yeah, I did my own audiobook actually.
Yeah, actually, and it was great. Went fabulously.
I do want to read Jane Austen. I've never done it.
Yeah, I would be interested to see how I find some other books. So they just are really a time commitment, is all.
So
I'm
many of those
already a
old,
kind of a slow reader.
so many of those old books are.
Yeah. Oh my dear God. But we're getting through it and I'm enjoying it. So that's good. And
Amaze.
then pretty much all the media I've been trying to spend less time on my phone. This is an ongoing goal of ours, Quinn. Um,
Yeah.
Duolingo has been a good thing because it feels more productive and such.
Hmm.
Um, but I also so guys, Ariana Grande uses this app called Insight, and it's like a little meditation app. Um, and they have so many resources on it. And Ariana actually has a playlist on there of her favorite meditations.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah, I literally have just been meditating on my phone. Like instead of like watching like five TikToks, sometimes I'll like just choose a 5 minute meditation. And
That's a
I'm
good
like, wow,
habit. That's a good habit to form.
crazy. Yeah, crazy
Mm.
actually how much like better that is for you.
Yeah.
So guys, I
I'm
recommend.
yeah, I have Headspace on my phone too, and I meditated, but sometimes I
Another good
meditate when I
one.
go to sleep, so it's like, you know, but I need to get back
Right.
into like doing it at like an actual time.
Hmm.
I like it best when it's paired with yoga,
Yeah.
some
Hmm.
moving meditation. But that's
Love
like really
that.
good.
Thank
I'm
you,
trying to get on
Quinn.
your wave.
I'm just like, yeah, guys, it is really so dire that I improved my mental health.
Yeah, and it's
So
so weird
this feels like a good stepping stone.
how there's just this weird impulse to like scroll. Like I just want to scroll, like literally just like scrolling. It's just what I want
No,
to do. I
yeah,
don't want to read I just want to like do this like sometimes.
exactly.
It's
I need to
so
get my thumbs
weird.
removed.
Yeah.
I hate
I
it.
need to not have hands
Yeah,
anymore.
just yeah, get rid of them. Yeah, Quinn. I mean, okay, so we've talked about some of the music we're listening to. I do
Uh-huh.
see that you've brought up in the outline a really important piece of song that I have not yet. Um,
Oh yeah, we need to talk about
would you like to
this.
speak on that? Yeah.
You texted me like the day it came out and said this is such an MPJ song.
Yeah.
Boys a Liar Part 2, guys. We have to talk about it because he say that I'm good enough, got him a
Boy's a
dun talking
liar.
about shit that I shouldn't have.
That shouldn't have. Saying it's one of me. He making fun of me. That girl's a bum to
It
me.
bummed me.
Like,
Like, no, and you have also run with the whole like, how could I blank if I already blank? Like,
yeah.
I feel like you've been using that
Like
format
I'm
a
loving
lot
Ice Spice
lately.
lingo.
Ice Spice
Yeah.
is you and Ice Spice are spiritually connected a little bit. Bex Gloss X
I
Ice
just love
Spice.
no, like the collab everyone's waiting for.
Yeah,
I just love how like she gives nothing and everything at the same time.
yeah, yeah.
Like
She's
she's
perfect,
so
kind of
chronically
like
chill, but like
yes,
she eats it up.
unbothered.
So
Yeah,
I can't help but love her. Yeah.
yeah, and she's like not taking
Obsessed.
it like too seriously, and now she's just like
Yeah.
getting a top 10 art, like getting a top 10 single and stuff, and the song is just
Yeah.
like, it just like transports you. Like it just creates a sonic environment that is so like,
Yes.
like it just takes you somewhere else. Like the
Mm-hmm.
ding 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 ding. Like it's so
Yeah.
cute. It's so
Yeah,
like
I agree.
dreamy.
That's how I feel
Um,
about a lot of Pink Panther's music. Like she does that cute little like I don't know. Yeah, it just
I
takes you
wasn't
to
I
a
like
certain
read her
place.
name, but I wasn't familiar with her before like the song came out, and
Oh,
uh
okay.
yeah. But I do love it, and I do think it is
You
very MPJ.
yeah, so much so.
The boys a layup. Boys a layup. You're
Leia.
not looking at me, boy, is the thing that I have to say about that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You're not looking at me,
but
boy.
I'm glad we
But
addressed
yeah,
it. So
exactly.
guys, we
Thank
are
you.
listening and we are streaming.
Absolutely.
And
We
something I've been
encourage you to do the
streaming,
same.
something I've been streaming a
Yeah.
lot actually,
Mm-hmm.
Below Deck.
Oh boy.
Not
Don't
only
I know
below
it?
not only Below Deck, but also Below Deck Med, and I've been absolutely blowing Becca's shit up, being like, so here's my thoughts. Because
It's my favorite thing to talk about.
you journeyed through the med before I did.
Yes, it's true.
And now I am on my Below Deck Med journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I so do you notice any differences between Below Deck Med and like the original Below Deck?
I mean, yeah.
Other than like
Like
locations and
like as
casts and
far as
like
like the culture of the boat,
yes,
not really.
exactly.
Yeah, no.
I'm not talking about the culture of the boat. I think there's a great narrative difference between the two shows.
Oh, okay, wait. What?
I think what's interesting about Below Deck Med as compared to like Below Deck Original, and maybe it's because
Uh-huh.
Below Deck has had characters like Lee and Kate and Eddie, like that,
Mm-hmm.
like Ben even that have like anchored it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Below Deck OG, like every season kind of feels like heroes and villains a little bit. Like they're the
Okay,
people the
yeah.
audience is supposed to like, and like they're the
Right.
people doing like the good job. And there are people the audience isn't supposed to like, and are the
Mm-hmm.
people who are like causing mess and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Below Deck Med, I feel like is much more like morally gray than Below Deck
Okay.
OG. Cause like, and I feel like it's a good, I feel like also in like the anchors of the show, like represent that so well. So like there's Sandy and Hannah, who are like the real anchors of like
Mm-hmm.
Med, basically.
Right.
Um, and Hannah more so than Sandy, but like both of them are like good at their job in some ways, and both of them are like just not like some of them. But there are other times where they do things they're like, I cannot believe you have the job you have.
Right. No, they do some stupid stuff,
High
guys.
highs and low lows for both of them, honestly.
Oh, totally, totally, totally.
Whereas like I feel like even on like Below Deck OG, so like I feel like to Hannah and Sandy, the most direct comparisons are Kate and Lee. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like we were never, I feel like you're never supposed to believe that Kate and Lee are doing the wrong thing on Below Deck, like
Right.
OG. Or there are very few moments. Whereas like Sandy and Hannah are doing the wrong thing like semi often.
Fair enough.
And I think that's like interesting. And I see that extending to the rest of the show as well. Like I don't think you're supposed to, as much as the original Below Deck, I don't think you're supposed to feel as positively or as negatively wholly about any single character on Below Deck Med,
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
which I think is interesting.
Huh.
I have been
I
dying to ask,
wonder,
yeah, what?
well, I would love to see how Kate would work with Sandy.
Oh, yeah. That would be interesting.
That would be really terrible, I feel.
Oh my God. Well, huh. That would be really,
Kate,
that would be
Kate,
something to
come
see.
back.
Cause Kate,
Uh,
cause Kate most definitely like, um, cause there is this narrative on Below Deck OG that because Kate and Lee are so close, like
mm-hmm.
Lee definitely sometimes looks the other way when Kate is fucking up.
Right.
Like, so people have voiced that on the show, but also there are times like genuinely there are like a couple times there are only a couple times where Kate has like actually like fucked up at something.
Yeah.
Um, it might also be
And
that when
she
Kate
usually
makes a
fixes
mistake,
it
she's not willing
somehow.
to like, yeah, she either fixes it before it becomes a thing, or she's not willing to admit, or she just stands behind her mistake. She's just like, okay, yeah.
She just doesn't acknowledge it. Yeah.
Like when she
Yeah.
made the dick out of the blanket.
Right.
That was her
Yeah.
first episode on the show. Could you imagine? Like she came on and she was like, she walked into the president of Disney Channel's office and she said, I want to make
I
history.
want to make history, and that's what this is.
And that's what this is. Like, oh my God. Anyway, Kate
I love the
Chastain.
moment. Remember when she embarrassed the chef so bad with that damn cake or whatever with the penis?
What? When was that? Oh, because he came back and he made her make a penis cake.
That was season 7, that horrible season with the flop chef.
Oh my
Well,
God.
among so many other flop chefs. But just the timing of it, I don't know. But yeah, she was like, what could I do?
Hmm.
And I love her for that.
And
And
we're also,
aren't
yes.
Jack and Aisha, sorry, so cute.
It's like a match made in heaven, honestly. Because like they're
I
both
know.
so unserious. Well, Aisha's actually very good at her job.
Yeah. But like
Um,
her
but
humor, it's just perfect for him.
yeah, they match up so well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I love Jack. I love Jack so much. Like he's
I
like
know.
he's like first of all, Liverpudlian, so I'm like goo goo gaga already. And
Yeah.
then I just love that he doesn't give a fuck, truly. Like he just does not care. Like because I'm
No,
always
it's
like
I have such respect for it
because sometimes
because
it's
like he
like
just admits it too.
oh, 1,000%. Oh. And one of my favorite, I watched this, I forget if it was today or yesterday, but like Joao is like riding his ass in this like one part of the episode. And then a little later in the episode, he's with Sandy and the Laz, like setting up like the water toys and stuff. And he's like, oh, Sandy, should we like put this here and then like this and like doing all that? And then Sandy's in the confessional, like, now Jack is showing the initiative that I want to see. And uh what does she say? What does she say? He wants to create a visual experience for the guest. And that's what I like. And then Jack literally comes up in the confessional 2 minutes later and he was like, well, yeah, I gotta kiss up to the captain, don't I? Like,
Like he just knew time and place.
no time and
Time and
as
place.
he was watching by sister because he knew sucking dick
And
and
you did it
cock.
at my birthday
And you
dinner.
did it in my birthday. Oh my God, time and place. And he took that to heart,
Oh my God.
actually.
He knew. In
Um,
2019, he wrote that down.
Yeah, no, I'm obsessed with him. And cause like so much of the time, like there's so many times I've been watching Below Deck and I'm just like, um, why are these people taking it so seriously? Like everybody needs a little bit more perspective. And I feel like he has a really good
Right.
perspective. Cause also every time somebody's like stressing out about something, he's just like he's said so many times, he's like, tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah. He's
Or
so chill. I
like
love that.
he does have like a good outlook,
Mm-hmm.
genuinely. And so I really enjoy Jack. Um and him and Aisha are very cute. And obviously I love
Mm-hmm.
Aisha.
Yeah.
She just seems like she's like one of the just the best people to ever come out of Below Deck. Like she's just so fun to
Literally.
watch. She
Just a
seems like
ball
a
of fun.
genuinely good person.
Yep.
Like she has like a lot of stuff has happened to her, but it never feels like it's like played a little bit. Like it never feels like it's like amped up a little bit for like cameras.
Right. She's
Um
very genuine.
yeah, she's genuine. Um
Lovely. Yeah.
I know who Becca and I love. Colin.
Love Colin, guys. I'm going to Fire Island just to find him.
No, I am catching the ferry to Fire Island just so I can find Colin and thank him for his service, first of all.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
yeah, he's so pure.
He's
He's
so
like
sweet.
he's like too pure for the show because I felt bad for him because I truly think he like regretted coming back a little bit
I know.
because
Yeah.
he's like I don't like these people because season 4 is like a fucking party boat. Like all those people are like mainly Jack and Travis and also Aisha. Like that three contingency, I feel like makes everybody on the boat like kind of party a little bit.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so like he's like not that, and so he's just like struggling.
Hmm.
Um, but
He's
yeah.
so sweet though. Oh my
Yeah, I
God.
love Colin. I'll watch him any day.
Hmm.
When he was like, I
Aw.
still don't know how to pronounce Gnocchi.
So naive and
Oh
adorable.
my God. But
And
yeah.
he's
And
Italian.
I also love that I also love that he's like cares so much about his appearance.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
No, do
find
you follow him on Instagram?
I looked at his Instagram the other day.
Yeah. He loves like a buttoned shirt.
Yeah. No, because he's always like fitted on crew nights out. Like he's always like fresh to death a little
Yeah.
bit. His hair always perfectly coiffed.
Yeah,
He has never been caught on that show without
exactly.
his hair done. Like he must have been like too not. That must
No,
have been his
exactly.
contract or something. Like,
And that's why, like, straight boys in theater, like, sometimes they do learn things like
no,
that.
and the fact that he was a music major. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's not to
obsessed.
love? What's not to love?
He's just a cutie.
Yeah. But
Colin.
Below Deck Man. Oh,
Wow.
and the temperature check on Below Deck OG season 10.
I know, seriously. Oh my
What are we
goodness
thinking? Well,
gracious.
Sandy has left the boat. So did we talk about Alyssa getting fired? I don't even think we
No.
talked about that in our personal correspondence. So what
But
do you
wait, did an
feel?
episode come out last night?
Yes.
Because I have not watched that yet.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
so I saw Alyssa get fired.
yeah.
I saw Sandy and Fraser make some peace, I suppose.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the guests right now are insane. I literally my mind was boggled when the woman said, "I don't want to sleep in my stateroom.
It's
It's
creepy
creepy."
down there. I
And
want to
slept
sleep on a couch.
in the middle of the living room where no one else is in the dark. I
Yeah,
feel like it's
where
so
somebody
much
will
more
come
creepy
in
to
at
do that.
6 a.m. tomorrow to start making coffee and like
Yeah, do their job.
she was weird. Honestly, they were like complaining about those guests, but it seemed like she was like the only
Bad one.
problem,
Yeah, I would
really.
agree. I
But
would
she was
agree.
like so demanding, like it was, and then she was like, "Oh, I want 24 karat gold on my steak." I'm like, "Why would you want to eat gold?"
Yeah, it can't be good for you. It
Yeah,
cannot
no.
be.
It was yeah, and so anyway. Um and that one guy, the gay guy on the boat,
Oh yeah,
he's where lip injections can go a little wrong
I totally get you.
because he looks a little crazy.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
he seems like he was like not was, but like he seems like he was genuinely like attractive, like not like attractive, but like I'm not saying he's not attractive. It's like hard to say this, but like it seems
Yeah.
like you just need to get some of that dissolved, girl.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you'll be
Like,
good.
and you'll be good, and you'll be great, and you'll be great.
It'll be fine.
Um, no, I. So, what do you think about Alyssa getting fired?
I'm quite fine with it.
And I want to pat myself on the back because I think I said in one of our discussions that the only like resolution to Camille and Alyssa, the Camille and Alyssa
Would
feud,
be them
because
both
they were
getting
both so
fired.
unlikable, is them both
Yeah.
getting fired. But I think they should have been fired at the
Yeah.
same time.
That's what I think too.
I think they fumbled the
Like,
bag
why did
not
we
doing
wait on
that.
Alyssa?
Yeah, I think they were giving Alyssa a chance, but like
Exactly.
knowing what happened, like if I could go back and narrativize the season, it would have been great to just fire them both at the same time. Same meeting.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um, but
Literally.
I
Hey, you
also
two.
think like Sandy was a little out of pocket firing Alyssa.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, since she already had fired Camille, like, you just gotta go through with Alyssa then. So,
I just
I
thought it
mean,
was weird. I thought it was weird for it to come down to the whole like, oh, thank you, Sandy. Oh, I mean Captain Sandy. Because like,
yeah.
do I think Alyssa was trying to be disrespectful? Like 65% yes.
Yeah.
But also, that's one of those things that could just be like you misspoke.
Right. Right.
But then you could also argue that it's
No,
Alyssa's like insubordination that like got her to the place where like when she said that, Sandy's like, "Oh,
that
now
would
you're
be a
just
last
being
straw.
disrespectful." Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously a very personal thing for Sandy. She was obviously looking for a reason to fire Alyssa at that point.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, that had to be it.
Yeah. And yeah, I think she was, and then was she like what she was saying to Fraser like about how
Oh,
he was like the worst experience she's ever had with a chief and her.
that was yeah,
I'm like,
that was really intense.
I'm like, you're like kind of. I find her psychotic at times, is the word I like to use. Like, I find her management style psychotic at sometimes. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
it's weird because she's like, sometimes she has like really great moments, and then other times she's the Met effect. Sometimes she's like great. She's letting people drive the boat. She's letting people like develop and stuff. And then other
Yeah.
times she's completely insane
Yeah.
and deciding to say, "You're the worst person I've ever worked with in this role."
I if I was Fraser in that moment, I would have thrown up all over her.
Yeah, like,
I can't imagine hearing that.
yeah. Maybe she's because he is turning a little bit. So, like, he's turning around a little bit in the way that like she wants. And so maybe she knows something. Maybe she like is good at reading people and she can be like, so the only way I'm going to motivate Fraser is to like basically insult him.
Break him down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Break
he's
him
like a
down
glutton
and
for
try and build him
punishment. So
up.
I'm going to do that. That's going to be my way to get to him.
Yeah.
But, um, yeah, I just didn't. I did not care for that, especially because like I don't think like I'm watching the show and it's not. And also, I'm kind of the belief that like sometimes if people are talking shit about you, it's warranted.
Right.
Like sometimes it's unwarranted, but like I found that most of the times, like if people are talking shit about you, like sometimes it's like it's because you've done something that's like worthy of it.
Right.
And I could totally see Interior just like um getting fed up. Because also I was on Reddit.
Hmm.
I've been trolling the Below Deck Reddit quite a bit more than I'd like to admit.
Oh, lovely.
But
Okay.
um what do you think it's more work to be interior or on deck?
Interior.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah, I think deck crews even can admit that.
Yeah, I feel like, and I was surprised because like the consensus on Reddit was that interior is so much more work, which also makes me mad that Sandy got so mad about the deck crew having to take out the garbage from interior.
No, I feel like it isn't that always they always do that.
Yeah, they always handle the garbage because it's like
Yeah.
I feel yeah, and like yeah, and they have like interior has a big boat to walk around. Like this is a huge boat that they're on this season. And
Hmm.
like they literally have an extra person on interior than they usually do.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really didn't appreciate that. And also like sometimes when they're asking for like garbage, like the deck crew doesn't really do anything at night is what I'm starting to notice as well.
No, exactly. They just walk around.
Yeah, like after the sun goes down, they're not really doing much at night.
Yeah.
And
Because what could they
so
do?
yeah, why can't whereas like interior is literally working like they're pulling like 16-hour days. And also,
Yeah.
I think because of the laws and stuff, deck like exterior crews have more set like rules for how they
Breaks.
can work and breaks and stuff. And interior
Yeah.
doesn't have that same system, from what I understand.
It's so strange.
Yeah, so
I mean, I feel
and it
like
must suck when you're on a boat. And it's also inherently kind of sucky because captains come out of exterior teams. And so, of
right.
course, they're always going to be like in love with the bosuns or in love with the deck or showing them preferential treatment. And Sandy's
Yeah.
particularly egregious with that because they
Yeah.
didn't
She's
come
bad
up
about that.
being stews.
Right. Exactly.
Anyway, as somebody who
Wow.
I always align myself with the stews personally,
Yeah. I'm such a stew girl.
that's what I'd be doing on the boat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Oh, so that's
Stewing
below
it up.
tag. It's crazy how much of a stranglehold this show has on me.
It's just the most entertaining show in the world, I think.
Which do you want to know
Okay.
what I heard? What I've been reading?
What?
Apparently Lee like doesn't want to leave the show.
I would believe it.
But like they're like not inviting him back basically.
Damn, because he's that old.
Which I can understand because he for the last 3 seasons he has had something that like has kept him off the boat for at
A
least a
health
part of the
issue.
season.
Yeah. Right.
And
Okay, fair
so
enough.
like, you know, at some point, but I would never talk bad about Lee.
No, I
Something I'll
can't. I
never
can't.
do. Something I will never do in my life.
Nice try.
I
I'm
cannot
not gonna
talk
do
bad
it.
about that man. He raised me. Um,
I love that man for real.
this has been long as fuck, but I think it's been good.
Yeah.
And so Beck and I are gonna throw to a quick little break. I'll be right back to get into today's topic. Guys, I'm scared. Oh. That was
You
giving Caroline a little
said
bit. No one can say I wasn't giving Caroline in that moment.
no, exactly. So true. Well, guys, time to give you all a lesson.
Yeah.
That's right. Today's episode is the prophetic. Is that how you would pronounce that? The
Yeah.
prophetic
Mm-hmm.
in and outs for the next season. So that would just naturally be spring.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
Quinn and I have really had our fingers on the pulse for these so far. So
Yes.
we are excited to
We
deliver it
haven't gotten a
onto
single
you.
prediction wrong so far.
Yeah, no notes actually from you guys at all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all won't say anything about it yet, actually, but
No.
that's okay. Um, so obviously we're gonna start with our ins.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that
Okay.
is how the tradition goes.
And I believe so as well. It's been a while, guys. It's a new season though, so we're
Yeah.
actually just gonna spring cleaning, start it fresh with the ins.
Mm-hmm.
So Quinn, I'm dying to know, what is your first in for spring 2023?
And I've been thinking about this was one of the first ones I wrote down shortly after our winter
Okay,
ins and outs because Becca and I have to forecast these so regularly is the thing.
exactly.
And we like inform you guys, and you're like, okay, well, these are the trends I have to follow. But something about Becca and I is we have to be five headed, and we're already on to the next thing, right?
Exactly.
And so my first in is cuteness. I am just
Oh my
obsessed
God.
with cute things so much. And yeah, like we talked about Boy's a
Wait,
Liar in the first part, and like the success
I'm
of that
blushing
song.
right now.
No, exactly. I think cuteness is so amazing. Like, guys, ready? I literally brought a visual aid. So, like, if you're a visual watcher, if you're a watcher, it's gonna be great. This is my little Snorlax I got in
Aw.
Japan, and I talked about him on the last episode, or
You
maybe I
just
didn't.
side-eyed
I haven't
him.
edited it yet. But like, he's like, I was literally playing with this little fucker one day, and like I was just like looking at him and like making him like rub his belly and like making his arms go
Oh,
around. And I was like, this is what having a baby must be like. Like this is why people have babies, because they can like do shit like that with
yeah.
it. But
It's so
like,
damn cute.
yeah, it's just cute and like little. And I'm very much back into my stuffed animal era. I kept a lot of my stuffed animals from my youth. I have a bunch of them on my bed right now. I'm just like
Oh,
so into cuteness as a concept. Like I love, yeah. Color
wow.
pink, I think is very in right now. Of course, with the
Absolutely.
yeah, spring is a rebirth every year.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
so
flowers, so cute.
when you're a baby, it's a cute thing. And
Mm-hmm.
kind of the whole world's a baby in spring. Um,
Wow, I love that look on life.
and
Wow.
I'm just obsessed with cuteness. I don't know how else to put it.
No, I'm so obsessed with that
And that's why
from you.
it was so nice to go to Asia because especially in Korea and Japan, they're so like cuteness
They're all
forward.
about cute.
And there's
Yeah.
all these cute little characters like literally everywhere. Like outside of like is it Shinjuku or Shibuya? No, I think it's Shinjuku Station, which is like one of the busiest train stations. I think it might be the busiest train station in the world.
Oh
Um,
wow.
they have this cat, like this AI like projected cat that like plays above the like buildings in like the square outside. That
Oh
little
my
fucker just
God.
like
That's
is doing all these cute
adorable.
and he's just getting himself in situations.
Predicaments, if you will.
Yeah, predicaments. When I went to see the
Dang.
deer in Nara, there were all these cute little like depictions of the deer. And like, I don't know.
Aw.
It just really made me step into the cuteness. So
I love that.
Being cute is really in this time of year.
Yeah. Don't worry about being hot, guys. Or
No,
sexy.
hot is for the summertime. It's for when we
You're
mature a
right.
little bit, but right now we're just like,
We're so
eh.
cute.
Yeah,
I love that. I really,
yeah.
really love that. You would
So
love. Macy has this weighted stuffed animal, and if you really want to like feel like a mother, oh my God.
I'm mothering.
I'm
I'm
mothering.
mothering about actually.
This 8 pound stuffed animal's on my chest.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is fully a baby. Anyway, but Becca, what is your first in? I would love to know.
Well, I actually, it was so serendipitous because last episode we ended up talking about a lot of the things that I have on my ends list, which was actually just a confirmation for me
Uh-huh.
on how right I was about these. So my first one is language immersion.
Becca, that's literally my
Like,
second
guys,
in.
like, oh wait, we finally did it.
Oh, we finally did it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Damn. We
Yeah.
finally did it.
We finally did it. We finally had clown to clown
That's so
communication.
exciting. Oh my God, clown to clown. Oh my God, we see each other. We see
Instead of
each
F to F,
other.
like
I
SZA
see you for
said,
the
we are C to C.
I see you for the type of clown you are. Um,
I see you for the gesture that you
okay.
are giving in the court.
In the courts. Yeah, I just think like guys, like listen to Baboni and also
Oh,
like
yeah.
watch Narcos at the same time. And like
Yeah.
there's no way that you can't learn Spanish.
Listen to Rigoberta Albert Albertani. I forget. I've been listening to this bitch's music all day.
Of course.
But anyway, listen to
All
her.
day.
Watch Veneno, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe, watch like Crash Landing into You or Squid Games and listen to some BTS. Um,
Yeah, why
Learn
not?
some Korean.
Guys, also James Charles does have a makeup tutorial fully in Spanish on his
Hola,
page.
hermanas.
I'm sure would be so Adios. Adios,
Adios,
hermana.
hermana.
If
How do you say sucking dick and
someone
cock in
please make my
Spanish?
sister in Spanish.
Almost did he say sucking dick and
Exactly.
cock?
Como se dice at my birthday dinner.
Almost did he say, and you did it at my birthday dinner? Chupando dick y polla. That's definitely
Y
not right.
polla. Wow. It
Um,
can't be.
cannot be. Wait. Okay. But anyway,
Fascinating.
yeah, language. hmm
Dang.
Learn a new language.
Dive
Talk to
in.
someone. It can be a beautiful thing.
Yeah, force your friends who know the language to talk to you in that language. I've been having Neela text me in Spanish. Well, she just naturally did it when I told her I was learning it. And I have to translate a lot of the things she sends me, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
So
I was trying to
useful.
text Ian in Spanish yesterday, but then he didn't really play along. But we have texted in Spanish before.
Does Ian know Spanish?
Yeah, he was a Spanish major.
Oh, well, that's one thing I don't really know much about Ian, now that I think about it.
He's a hard person to know. JK.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um, but
yeah, I
yeah,
had no idea. Interesting.
he's an interesting little cat.
Quinn, I guess I then have to ask you what your third in
I have one I can
is.
substitute that's been sitting in the
Okay.
ether.
Okay. All right. What's
Um,
that?
I think this is just a good thing to do. And I know Becca will love this, but I think this can
Okay.
be a little interesting because sometimes I'm not the best with talking to strangers. I'm not the best with like trying to make like new connections and stuff. But I think a way I can
Mm.
do that and try to spread some positivity at the same time is to compliment random people.
Oh
I
my
think it's
God.
I think just the best thing you can do is like pay somebody a compliment. And so like if you pass somebody on the street, you never really like their outfit, why not tell them?
You better tell them exactly.
Worst case scenario, they just like keep walking and you're just like, okay. And then
Dang.
good case scenario is they smile and say like thank you, and then you just know you made that person's day. Or like maybe even like best case scenario, you guys like strike up a conversation become best friends forever, start a podcast with each other. You know,
Exactly. And compliment each other back and forth all the time.
yeah, and that's the podcast basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And thanks, you
I can't believe
guys.
nobody's thought of that before. But yeah, guys, so
No,
it's just something you can do. And it's
no,
hard for me right now
I'm
because
obsessed
I
with
do
that.
live in suburbia where like I don't see people ever really. And
Right.
so actually it's
Yeah.
hard for both of us because I forgot that's also your existence too.
Yeah. And it's terrible. You're
But
right.
if you're a person who lives in a city, if you're a city girl and you're just walking past a bunch of people on the street, girl, you better be complimenting.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Ferociously. No, I
Yeah.
love that. One of my favorite sensations is like seeing another girl, like this would happen at school all the time. And like you look at each other's outfits and
Hmm.
there's just like this feminine moment where like you actually don't say anything because you're just passing by each other,
Hmm.
but you just like smile
The
and
female
it's like an
gaze, yeah.
acknowledgement, like a, yeah, like, hey,
We
you're
see each
cute.
other.
We see
Yeah.
each other.
And
Love
so I
that,
believe it can be a
Quinn.
beautiful
Love
thing.
that.
And I believe we should be doing it this season.
Hmm. I think so too.
Becca, I must ask now, what is your second
Hmm.
in? And it better not be stolen off my list. Or else I'm gonna start to get
God,
pissed.
I hope not. I'm gonna get really pissed. And I'm gonna compliment you. All right, so my second in is something that a lot of people are trying to actually get rid of, and
Hmm.
that is cherubic cheeks. I love buccal fat.
This is crazy because it kind of goes along with my next in as well.
Oh my God, wait. This is perfect. Okay.
Yeah, wait, we're in
All right.
syncopation this season.
Okay. That's what spring's all about, baby. Um, but yeah, I just think like I love baby cheeks and I love
Uh-huh.
when like people don't have a weird ass like I don't even know. Like people with who
They
got
don't
their
look like gaunt.
yeah, yeah, like you have some life to you.
Yes.
And
You look like you're
it's
like
really
fed and watered and all those things.
right. Yeah. Watered, rested, maybe even a little bit.
Like your body is conducive to
And
the life you're living. No.
buccal fat, it's really scary that liposuction cannot be redone or like reversed. So
Yeah.
once it's gone, actually. You would have to get cheek implants, which would look even crazier.
Yeah.
So guys, keep your face fat. Please, begging
Yeah.
you.
You'll lose it eventually anyway. Like it happens when you get old naturally.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's fine.
And like if you really want to like I don't get why people are doing that now and they could literally like you could get like your like if you really want like a different shaped face, like you could get cheek filler or
Just
something like that.
exactly. Exactly.
I was also listening to this
So
podcast the other day and like it's so weird because plastic surgery becoming a trend, it's like weird on its face, but then it's like not all like plastic surgery trends are gonna look good with your face, right?
right.
Because like we all have different faces, and so like if you're getting buccal fat removal, like it's like you might not have the face for it, but you're just getting it
Yeah.
because it's a trend. Why do I shower? Why do I bath? Because it's a trend. Like
Yeah.
you're very much giving that at this moment, and
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
No, I agree. Yeah. Well, Quinn, now I'm so excited to hear your next in. What's that?
mine's just kind of a little more broad of what you just offered, but my next in is unique features.
Lovely.
Yeah, I
You're
just
so
think the
right.
spring is about embracing what is just in your body and what's going on. Um,
Love
Caroline
that.
Polachek, great example of this. She got that damn mole Azalea Banks wants to scoop out so bad,
Exactly.
but we
She
won't
hasn't
let
touched it.
her. Um,
Mm-mm.
there was
Mm-mm.
just this queen on Drag Race this season, Amethyst, who has a like kind of what's the word? Like protrudent, maybe like nose. Like she has like an
Okay.
interesting kind of like shaped nose,
Mm-hmm.
and like she talked about a lot on the show, and like Rue and Michelle were like, "I love your nose." Um, I something that I honestly am attracted to is a big ass nose. Like when somebody has a big nose, I'm like, oh my God. Like there's something I enjoy about
I'm
that.
like, Nice. Yeah.
I'm like, that's crazy that you got that right on your face like that.
Loving that. Loving all of that.
Why'd you come around me in those jeans? Why'd you come around here with the nose like that?
Nose
Doing my
like
own
that.
remix on Lady Gaga's song. But
Love it.
yeah, now I got this fucking scar on my chin, so I got my own little unique
Oh my
feature.
God.
I
You're
had to
so right. You're
manufacture
part
a
of the
unique feature
club.
for myself.
I mean, I paid thousands of dollars in tattoos for that.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
I
but
so relate to you.
yeah, also like I've been very into like I feel like I feel like eyebrows, like people are more into like their regular. I feel like there was like the tweezing, like thin brow moment, but now I feel like there's like another contingency of people who are just letting like their natural brows kind of take
Yeah.
form. I feel like people who have unibrows
Eliminating.
are very like in, like unibrows are kind of in
Right.
if you have it. And then also
Yeah.
like I've just been like not as keeping up with like like cleaning up because I do my own eyebrows and I haven't been like as big with like cleaning them up and stuff because I just kind of like how they look like grown in a little bit, like
Yeah.
how they're supposed to look.
I
Um,
totally agree. I love it.
and so yeah,
Definitely everyone should be embracing their natural beauty all the
yeah, and
time.
also like I just like I like the look of like, and I don't want to like I don't want to say this because it sounds like I'm like a straight man who's like, yeah, I like the natural look. Like I like when a girl's not wearing makeup because they mean I like when a girl's just wearing like a amount of makeup that makes her look, whatever. But like
Right.
I like people also just embrace like their natural skin texture. Like I've seen all this stuff about like I feel like male grooming is becoming like a big thing and like kind of
Hmm.
br bringing men into the fold. Like if you like wearing makeup, amazing. But also
Yeah.
I do think there is part of makeup that kind of relies on insecurity and
No, yeah.
that a lot of makeup corporations kind of capitalize on people's insecurities to like sell them products.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I feel like foundation is like that's a big driver. And so like girl, if you don't like you don't like if you have acne or whatever, like it's fine. It's just what your face looks like.
No, at work we were literally talking about this because everyone is like revolting against foundation. Like all of me and my coworkers, like it's just concealer because you truly just don't need foundation.
Yeah.
Like if you have texture, foundation doesn't really like it's gonna
It
make
just
it
grabs onto
worse.
it. It just grabs onto it. The
Exactly.
only thing foundation
Yeah,
can really
so
help with is
just
discoloration, which like again, you just said concealer.
yeah. So you need way less of it. And it's yeah, I think like makeup, yeah. Anyway, whole other
Hmm.
conversation, but down with
Yeah.
foundation, guys. I'm not supposed to say that legally as an Ulta Beauty employee, but I
No,
am.
no, and
I'm
Becca
risking
like
that for
buy all the
you.
makeup from Becca, but I'm saying as a free citizen, as a free woman even.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, but Becca, what is your third in now that I have ended the makeup industry?
Of course. Well, this is kind of interesting because my next in is yeah, it is Pam Face. So that is Pamela Anderson eyes and
Oh,
makeup.
oh yeah, if you're gonna do makeup,
It
look like a
better be
bombshell.
that. No, exactly. Like and but you don't even necessarily need foundation for that, guys. Like because it's
1,000%.
mostly just a smoky eyeliner and
Hmm.
like you can do your brows however you want. Um And obviously, when you've got baby blues like me and Quinn, it's really gonna make it pop, and you're probably gonna look like Pamela Anderson. It's just true.
We can't lie at this point. Um,
And that's it.
yeah, talk about an icon. What didn't she? Isn't she like in like a new? Doesn't she have like a documentary about her or something that
Yeah,
came
I
out
watched it. It
recently?
was good.
She was saying a bunch of things. I saw
Hmm.
like some quotes from it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, didn't at one point she was like, sometimes I don't know if I'm alive or dead, and then just started laughing.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, like she's so interesting.
I'm
She's
sure
Cancer.
she's lived a life. Oh, makes a lot of
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Shout out to Pamela Anderson. No, Lily.
Yeah.
It's not Lily Allen. Lily James. Um,
I always do that by accident too.
really? Lily James in that little
Yeah.
in that Tommy and Pam show. Say
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want about that show, because I know there was some little like controversies around it, but she looked fucking
Mm-hmm.
good.
She
Again,
looks so good.
even somebody beautiful like Lily James, as beautiful as Lily James, will say.
Mm-hmm.
When she embraced the Pamela, it was like, oh wow. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Life changing.
Yeah.
Love her for it. All right, Quinn. Well, that takes us to your last in. Oh my goodness.
My final in, being a weirdo. As Mary Roach once said, weirdness is originality too. And she was so
My
right in that
God.
moment. I think it's so in to be a weirdo. But, and here's the thing, each in has a
Mm-hmm.
caveat. You can't be a
Right.
weirdo in a bad way. Like, there's a bad way to be a weirdo, and there's a
Mm-mm.
good way to be a weirdo.
Yeah, and that should be clear.
Let's talk about, if you want an example of a bad way to be a weirdo, if you watch Below Deck Mediterranean season one, there's a character named Daniel on that. That is a
Guys,
horrid
weird.
way. It is a clinic in how to not be a weirdo
It is
when weirdness
it
goes
is a
wrong.
study in weirdness.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
study
Oh my
in,
dear God, guys.
yeah, being a weirdo, weirdo,
I would
weirdo.
I would say he's like bordering on freak, which is real
Freakish.
scary. Like
Yes.
freakish activity.
Freakish activity. But yeah, being a weirdo and a great, we talked about her already on this episode. Caroline Polachek, great example of somebody who is genuinely a weirdo.
Yeah, in the best way.
And she just loves
Love
being,
that.
and she's just being weird. Like if you're weird, amazing. We need more of
Incredible.
that. We need more of
If
that.
you're if you're weird, cute, and look like Pamela Anderson,
Oh my God, you're
guys, this
giving.
spring is gonna be great for you.
So
Exactly.
being weird is in. You know it's really weird
Love it.
having over 40 episodes of a podcast.
So true, guys.
And
Oof.
but anyway, Becca, what is your final end for the spring? I can't believe we're already here.
Yeah, so this is something also we mentioned last episode. I am kind of obsessed in the spring with the idea of cutting it close.
Mm-hmm.
Just by the skin of your teeth making it
Mm-hmm.
um just living on the edge a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do it. Cut it a little close where you in many situations have to be like, "Whoa, that was lucky. That was great.
Yeah, that's
Perfect
very me
timing."
trying. Oh my God, that was me getting to my fucking flight the other day
Yeah. Yeah.
when I only had
I
an
believe it.
hour to
Cutting it
enter the
close.
country and then get on a flight, and go through security and then get on a flight.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's very much me at the end of the day when I realize I haven't meditated and I'm like, oh, I gotta do that, I guess.
Yeah. Or me realizing I haven't hit my steps like last episode. If you saw my arm waving off screen for like an hour,
I thought you were
I was
petting a
just moving my
dog.
arm back over.
I
No,
thought
I
one of
was
your
getting my
dogs was
steps
on your
in.
bed and you were like, that's so funny.
I figured it would look like that. I know.
That's so funny, Becca. Oh my gosh.
I was cutting it close, but I couldn't talk about it yet. So yeah,
Cutting it close with hair.
guys,
You did try to encourage me to cut it close with hair yesterday
I know, and I hope you listen.
when you said you wanted to see me with a buzz cut. Oh my God, you know who
Yeah.
cut it close?
Whew.
When what was the chef's name? Adam came back on Below Deck Med season 3
Yeah, he did
and he was
with the buzz cut.
Buzz hair.
And he actually did look better, I felt like. And usually I don't think that about people.
Really? I like his
Yeah.
hair a little bit more. I did like him a lot better on season 3 because he was much less freakish.
Maybe that's what I maybe just associating that look with then
Yeah.
him being less of
Um,
a freak.
yeah, which he objectively was last on season 3.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and so yeah.
But so, yeah, guys, those were our ins. So that's what's happening in hip and hopping at the moment
Mm-hmm.
and for the next like 3 or 4 months. But obviously now we have to deliver to you the things that are way less so cool. So these are the outs. These are things that we're just we're not into actually anymore for the spring. It's gonna have to head out.
Uh-huh.
So Quinn, again, I'm dying to know what's your first out?
And this first one might be a little controversial,
Okay.
but I'm sick of it and I'm fed up. And I'm fed up in a different way than a lot of other people are because it's a people that I'm coming after at this point. But and there's a lot of
Okay.
chatter, there's a lot of things at the legislative level that are coming after these people, but I ultimately need to speak my truth and I ultimately need to understand that I need you all to understand that I'm right when I say it. And some other people aren't right in their approach. But for me, personally, in general,
Okay.
this season,
Uh-huh.
gay men are out.
Whoa.
I'm done with y'all. At this point, at this point, we're done.
You're cut off. Wow.
It
This is
was
so, how did
originally
you come
just
to this conclusion?
it what it was originally just gonna be twinks,
Okay, sure.
but then more gay men started to make me mad, and so I just said, you know what? To hell with it. To hell with it. Actually, I'm annoyed by a lot of y'all
Yeah.
at this point. Um, yeah, and I stand by it. I really stand by this because gay men have just been getting on my nerves, especially like the ones who
Mm,
are trying to a special emphasis on the ones who are trying so hard to like blend into straight society.
mm,
Like, I don't love to hate on somebody on the podcast, but somebody who's
right.
been getting on my spirit. Do you know Chris Olsen from like TikTok, who's like Megan Trainor's best friend?
Yeah, of course.
I like wrote some like he had this whole TikTok that went kind of viral of him saying like, "Oh, I almost went home with somebody really famous at a Grammys after party." And people were like, "Okay, so first of all, this is made up, and second of all, this is a really good way to never be able to talk to anybody famous ever again." Um
Yeah.
and I just his content like really rubs me the wrong way. I think he's like 2010 style like resurrecting the gay best friend archetype. Um
Gotcha. Yeah.
and is kind of just an accessory to like women and like it's just kind of like a jester but for like gayness because there is like a
Mm,
certain way when you're queer in straight spaces where like you kind of become like it is that thing of like tokenization where you like because of your experience when you like reveal to some straight people like the gay experience and they're like, "Oh my God, that's so weird, so crazy." It's like you feel like a zoo animal sometimes a little bit. Um
right.
and some people thrive off of that. Some
Mm-hmm.
queer people really like that and
Yeah.
they just become friends with straight people and they don't like have any other queer people in their lives. And I feel bad for them, but also you're out. Sorry. Um
Yeah.
also
Fair enough.
another one, Mr. Pete Buttigieg. What are we gonna do about those people in Ohio who had fucking chemicals burned in their neighborhood and
Vicinity.
yeah, in their
No,
vicinity,
literally.
and like we're breathing in literal
Guys,
carcinogens, and
that's
that's your
really
job,
bad,
baby.
guys.
And that's your job, baby. Your trains are in your country that are literally have Civil War era braking technology.
Babe, like, dang. He
Again,
needs to
he
he
needs a
needs to drink a cold brew.
GTFO. If there's any,
Yeah,
if there's any silver lining to what we've been through with
gay
him
man.
at the secretary of
Oh,
at
okay.
the Department of Transportation. If there's any silver lining to that, it's that maybe it has killed his political career forever. So having that man as president, ugh,
Yeah,
I'd be so tired. I'd be so
that'd be so
tired
insufferable.
actually. Anyway,
Today drained me.
today today drained me.
Oh,
Anyway,
Lord. So true.
yeah.
Damn.
And so anyway, that's just me. I hope people don't get offended.
Gay
Guys,
man.
obviously, we love all people on this podcast, and we are a comedy podcast, and we do say things for jokes. Um,
Yeah.
but I think, yeah. And also, another thing I do want to say is that some gay men sometimes don't think it's their responsibility to stick up for other members of the queer community because gay men,
Mm,
especially white gay men, especially white gay cis men, enjoy the most privilege among
hmm.
us. And that's not
Right.
cool. That specific type of gay man is out. And again,
Yeah.
exceptions to every rule. If you're just a gay man being cool, you're probably still in. You're probably still with the girlies.
No big
But
deal. Yeah.
Some of y'all are on fucking watch, is what I'm saying.
Thin lines, guys.
Some of y'all are on thin fucking ice.
And it's sad to see.
And you think
And
you're
you're
Tanya Harding on that ice trying to do tricks and flips.
a triple axel. And girls, okay, gay men, let this be just a warning because you're gonna want to be back in by Pride.
Oh, 1,000%. And some of you, it's looking
Yeah.
bad. It's looking bad.
Yeah. So change fast, change quickly.
Let's just say we're a quarter away. Anyway, but Becca, what is your, after I've said something
Wow.
controversial, what is your first out?
This is actually somehow way more controversial, I think.
And I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
My first out is something I do far too often, and that's underestimating blisters. And
Yeah.
it's something not a lot of
Yeah.
people ever want to talk about, guys.
No, because
But
she'll
it is
have
something
you
that
over
will
a damn table.
they will ruin your day, they will ruin your life, and they will ruin your mood.
Yeah.
And they will shift your natal chart to make you a person that you are not.
Yes, exactly.
Guys.
They will change the position of the sun when you were birthed.
Exactly. Birthed when you were born. And it's
Yeah.
just too bad.
In the
But
springtime
truly
of your
just like the
life.
pain, like exactly. But guys, the pain of a blister is like you can't
Mm,
you cannot underestimate. We must stay focused.
yeah.
We must stay focused. And that is on keeping our feet safe.
Yeah. I got a lot of blisters this year because I was
I can
walking a
imagine
lot
so much. Yeah.
and it's no joke. And there's nothing you can do about them really, except for
No,
not walk. But not walking is such a hard thing to do, actually.
exactly. And like usually you get them traveling, right? So you have limited shoe options.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
So it's just hitting you in the same old spot. And I just,
Um,
yeah.
there's few worse feelings when you're just walking and the bottom of your toes hurt.
Oh, oh. For me, the back of the heel is the absolute
Oh
worst.
yeah.
Oh my God.
When you have a shoe that's like
Blisters are so
rubbing.
terrible.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah. So guys, stay
Whew.
safe this spring and just prepare as much as you can and then
Mm-hmm.
honor your blisters when you have them. Try
Yeah.
and heal them. Thank you.
It's your body's sign saying you need to slow the
So,
fuck down real quick.
yeah, take a rest. My
Yeah.
God.
A sabbatical even.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, so Quinn, with that out of the way, what is your second out for the spring of 2023 then?
My second out is stretch in pants or like spandex in pants materials.
Mm,
I'm kind of over it because I just find it makes it fit weird. Like
interesting.
I'm just
Okay.
not obsessed. I got this new pair of jeans, like this new pair of black jeans, and they were just like they're just weird because it's like kind of like you're wearing like sweatpants even when you're wearing denim. Like it's a weird sensation, which is why I do like to thrift my jeans because you can usually still find jeans that were just like denim and like
Right.
are just normal. Like be
Good
normal.
old.
Be a weirdo, but also be normal. Is
Yeah.
what we're saying.
Be
And that's what I'm
normal.
asking for pants
Exactly.
in particular this season. But I don't know, it's just a weird thing that bothers me. And just like I feel like it's a way, it's also indicative of like it's like what companies have come up with to make their like brands more like size inclusive. Like they put like stretch in things. Um
Right.
so it can like fit people better or it can like help with like if your weight fluctuates, like if you like gain a couple pounds or lose a couple pounds, maybe you don't have to go out and buy something new right away. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe also like that's great. But also maybe along with that, just make a normal fucking pants that everybody else that like you
That
offer
you
in all your
also
other
sell.
sizes. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
like, no, I'm so with you on this. Something I've always hated is like when jeans, yeah, they stretch and then also
And they just move. They just move weird. Like they just like
yes,
you have to pull them up all the time and it's like annoying.
because they're always gonna not fit in one spot. Whereas like a
Hmm.
denim, like usually like if you get a good size denim, like she's not budging.
No, yeah, she fits you right.
she's gonna be fine in all the areas. Yeah,
Yeah, hugging all the right places. All the
exactly.
right junk in all the right places, as someone who thinks she's
You.
mother once said. But anyway, wait, who is someone who thinks they're mother, like in pop culture? No, not in pop culture, but like in reference. Like, who could I say is someone who thinks they're mother? Like, has anybody ever revealed that like they're not, their children wasn't who they thought it was? I forget. I'm trying to, anyway.
Oh my God, I don't know.
I'm like five heading at this point. But anyway, Becca, what's your next out? I would love to know.
Okay, so my next out is and I should have really double checked I have the term right. My next out is Sanpaku eyes, which are the eyes that have like the white, like it means like the whites of your eyes show like above and below your
Uh-huh.
the color of your eye. Mostly they're out because why are you looking at me like that?
So like white eyeliner in the waterline.
Well, like I guess so. And also just like if your eyes are so big, like I know we're embracing natural features, but guys,
And also
like
cuteness, which big eyes
don't
can.
don't look at me like that sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm thinking specifically of that guy who so creepy. I forget what his name was, but his on TikTok at least, but his name is Kevin. And he was like being used as like an example of like the female gaze or whatever. And he would like
Oh,
purposefully like make it okay, yes.
he
He would
who
purposely
said
like
that?
glaze his no, exactly. But he would purposely like glaze his eyes over and like look really creepy like. And I'm just not into that. Like if you have big ass eyes, you have to use them in a cute way because they can so easily be creepy and like
Oh, now I'm
I
seeing
don't know,
more of
stare
it,
at
and
you
like
wrong.
I feel like it might be like an angular thing, but it could be the angle you have them at. But like, yeah, it is really weird.
Mm-hmm.
They got like Charles Manson in this infographic, that guy who was the shooter in the Aurora, Colorado, like thing.
Right,
Oh
right.
my God, that's such a scary photo. Anyway. Um, yeah, guys.
Yeah.
So if you got weird ass eyes, maybe
Uh,
stop staring at people for a little while. Like how Ramona Singer in this one.
yeah.
Anyway.
Just be careful, guys. Just be careful.
People think Billie Eilish has
Yeah,
them.
so
Billie Eilish
yeah,
is like one of
famously
the
she's a good
main people
example.
coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Audrey
And
Hepburn.
like
My God.
she's gorgeous and fine, but she's not like staring people down like a maniac. So just know the power you have when you have the whites under your eyes out. Okay.
Yeah. How do I do
But with
it?
that being said, you
I don't think I
can't do
have.
it because your eyes aren't no,
I don't think I
you don't have
have
them, unfortunately.
them.
It's not within you. I would have mentioned it to you by now if you did. Trust that.
Like, stop looking at me through the Zoom screen like that.
Seriously. All right. So Quinn, what is your next
Interesting.
out?
My next out needs no introduction because, oh, we talked about this recently. Or not recently, but we definitely talked about it in one of the episodes. And then after that, I was like, I had to put it on the list just so we had it for
Okay.
all posterity. My next out is the past. Just stop thinking about it.
So true, guys.
As Taylor Swift once said, I'd go back in time and change it, but I can't. And so we need to take that to heart, actually.
Move on.
And move the
Move
fuck on.
on.
How about we do it? How about we do
Yeah.
that? Maybe.
Okay. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
this is the past. It's okay. Just let it rest.
Mm-hmm.
Today, yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Like that kind of thing.
Today's a
But
gift. That's why they call it a present. A
yeah.
present. Okay,
Oh, and
anyway.
part of the reason I was very much like energized by this is because sometimes when you think about the past, memory can be such a misleading little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can make you think of a time in like a better way. It can make you think of a time in like a worse way. Like memories
Yeah.
can't always be trusted.
Right.
Like I
Another
don't
thing you
know.
have to tread
Yeah.
carefully with.
yeah, you have to like think about things you're romanticizing, or you have to think about like, you have to like whenever you find yourself being like, oh, I was so much happier then, really think about how you felt. Like really think about how you felt. Because I know I get in this pattern like myself where I only remember like good things that happened. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like I was thinking about like school recently. Like I was thinking about like I forget why, but like there was this one day where I was just like, it was very Avenue Q. Like I wish I could go back to college. Like what am I doing? Like all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And like then I was like, I thought like to last year, like this time last year, and I was like, girl, I was stressed the fuck out. I was doing things I didn't really want to be doing. People were like criticizing me in weird ways. And now I was it was when
Raise a
I was still
bird.
traveling and I was like, girl, I'm like enjoying some solitude right now. Nobody knows what the
Mm-hmm.
fuck I'm doing. Nobody knows what moves I'm making. And it's kind of nice in a way. Like,
Yeah,
and so
for
I think it's,
sure.
yeah, I think it's an important thing. Just like really think about before you're like, oh, I wish my life were more like this time. Really think about if that's what you actually want.
Wow. I kind of needed to hear that, Quinn.
Yeah. And I'm here to say
Wow, I think
truths.
we all do.
I'm here to speak
Yeah.
the truth a little
And
bit
I
on this
thank you for that.
podcast. But
The
Um,
truth.
and that's what I'm trying to do. And that's why gay men. So if you're a gay man thinking about the past and wearing stretch in your pants, a lot going
Oh
on right
boy.
now. But anyway.
It's giving, you just perfectly described that guy who's like Adderall, glass of whiskey, diesel jeans, time for a
Oh my
shower.
God. Wait. There is something
Yeah.
so unsettling about watching that.
Like what? Like I don't know who he would like. Was he sending that to someone? I gotta know.
You'd be
I
surprised
gotta
at the
know.
things. I don't have to say this to you because you're a woman, but like I always find it so surprising what people think is like gonna like be sexy to other people.
You're so right.
And I'm sure you as a woman know infinitely more about that than I ever could dream of.
Yeah,
Um,
that could actually be a whole topic. Anyway. Oh my
anyway,
God.
so moving on. It has happened to me. I do want to. I do want to. It has happened
A
to me all of
preface.
once. It has happened to me all of once, but it did happen to me, and it's anyway. Um.
It's scary.
So Becca, we're on your third because I went first. So what's your third out?
Okay. Mine is, this is crazy that like I am saying that. My third, goodness.
My
My third out, my and when I and then you my third out is eating inside. Okay, guys. You know I hate bugs, but I think like this winter really has made me so like every winter really. Like
Hmm.
I cannot wait until the weather is nice, guys.
Yeah.
And like every little ounce of sunshine, like I've just been sitting outside soaking it up. Guys, go eat outside. Like what a beautiful thing to do. Don't stare at your, they always say you shouldn't watch things when you eat because then you're eating like, I don't know, like you're not thinking about it.
And what do I do every time
But
I
it,
eat but have a little video?
ever, no, exactly. Medieval vibes.
What would the food even
Anyway,
taste like? Like
like exactly if I'm looking at my bright phone.
literally.
But I feel like it would be a nice little moment of gratitude and to really live in the present and like enjoy my meal
Enjoy my fucking
on
meal.
planet Earth. I'm sitting here at the most expensive restaurant in DC almost. Enjoy my meal.
Me and Corey say that like every day. Each other.
I'm obsessed with that video. Enjoy
I'm at
my
the most
meal.
expensive restaurant in DC almost.
But yeah, so guys, go outside a little bit more. But yeah, so Quinn, is this your last out?
Yes. And I feel like this might be
Wow,
another
okay. Yeah,
controversial
what is it?
one because of how popular these have become. Girl, I'm fucking sick of seeing Hokas, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, throw them away, donate them.
Nor.
Wait, do you have Hokas? That's awkward if you have Hokas.
Yeah, but like I didn't. Yeah, I do. Wait, Quinn, I needed a sneaker because famously I only buy sneakers every 5 years. So it's due time.
Yeah, do you have although do you have like one of the big ass ones? Or like
No, I have the normal
does it look like
ones.
normal? I
Yeah.
maybe I should revise it from being like Hoka. Like Hoka the brand, I don't have anything against. I have always hated
Okay.
chunky sneakers. Like even when the chunky Fila was in, like I've never liked like a big
Mm,
sneaker. Or like
okay.
I like those goth ones with like the buckles and stuff, but like just a
Hmm.
big ass athletic sneaker, like it's just never been for me. And Hokas are making them like I feel like the chunky feelers were at least like ironic, but now like the big ass like Hoka, like the big ass soles on the Hokas are just
Yeah.
like I feel like people are like genuinely like yeah, I don't know.
Made
I
it
don't
too
know.
accessible.
Yeah, I won't say whose Instagram I was looking at, but I was looking at Instagram and somebody was about to go into I'm gonna sound like that woman who when Abby Lee Miller was like on her phone before she like had to go to Baskin Robbins
Yeah,
when
of course.
she was like, "You preach theater etiquette," and like I'm not of the belief that you should be like in a tuxedo when you go see like theater, but
Right.
like dress a little nice, you know, like
Hmm.
have a little something together. And I
Sure.
saw a picture of somebody at a Broadway show wearing like fucking Hokas, and I'm like the chunky ass Hokas, and I'm like, girl, you don't have another pair of shoes you could put on,
Dang. Maybe they're trying to travel light. That is tough though.
girl. Well, I happen to know they live like in New York, so like,
Oh, okay. All right. No excuses then.
girl, that's like you could
No
anyway.
excuses.
And
Yeah.
also domestic, like, come on. If we're doing domestic
Right.
travel, we can afford to. But even that, but if you're trying to travel light, girl, a pair of ballet flats, how much room do they take up in the suitcase?
Yeah.
If we're gonna be
She's
real, if
got
we're
a
gonna be
point, Your
real,
Honor.
or little
I
sandal.
mean, I do respect you and your choices, of course. I have
Mm-hmm.
normal size Hokas. I've always been a chunky shoe person,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, it is the cuteness on me.
Yeah,
Um, but I have to respect like
because big feet are
because
kind of your
time and
thing.
place. Big
Time and
dang.
place. Big feet. So
Dang.
we had that whole conversation about how your shoes are big,
Exactly.
which
Yeah.
I've never noticed, but apparently other people have.
Guys, yeah, I have really small petite feet. I just happen to buy shoes too big
You
then.
just buy big
Okay.
ass shoes. It's your clown. You're
Clown
trying to connect to your
vibes.
clown ancestry
And I'm doing it so well, doing it
to when
every
your
day. And I did it at your
ancestors.
birthday dinner.
Yeah, and I did. You did it at my birthday dinner. Oh
You
my
wore
God, we
big
should
ass
turn
shoes to
that
my
into a
birthday
thing.
dinner.
And I did it at your birthday dinner.
And I did it at your birthday
And I
dinner.
did it at your birthday dinner.
No, like I love that
Oh
actually.
my God. Anyway,
Yeah. Mm.
so that was awkward. But
Okay.
anyway, moving
First time
on.
disagreeing. First time being wrong.
First
Weird, weird,
argument
weird,
ever.
weird.
Anyway,
Argument. I agree with you and I can completely respect your
I agree with you. I
love
completely
that.
respect you. Us having an argument. Us not being in like 110% agreement with each other. We're like, oh my God, is this a fight? Wait.
Wait, we're fighting, I think.
Anyway,
Uh,
we're like, guys,
aw.
Rebecca and I in a
We're
fight.
so cute. We're
I
so
know, we're so
cute.
cute. Oh my God, you guys love us. Anyway,
I love it.
um,
Yeah.
but Becca, oh my God, already at the end here, but what is your final out?
All right. This one, maybe this one you will disagree with because I don't know. It's something that's kind of new to me, but I think what's out right now is prompt communication because no one seems to be doing it. So I'm just gonna put it on here because I know y'all are already caught
You
up with
said
that
so.
in that
I went to the
activity.
culture actually for this one.
And
Becca said usually
I
I look
plucked
within,
that out.
but now I'm looking to you all actually.
And y'all have taught me. No, but it's
What?
crazy
Answer my
in that
text. How
like
about?
no, more so like okay, text like that's such like a I'm so chill about like if you respond to me a week later, I'm like perfect, yeah. No,
Hmm.
why else? emails
An
though, where
email?
it's like, hey girl, can you let me know if like I got into your grad school? And they're like, I am attaching someone who will let you know. And then it's like an extra 2 weeks. I'm like, okay. This is feeling very unprompted.
Okay.
So CMU, I will call you out. You have terrible communication.
My God.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. Um, but yeah, guys, I mean, honestly, like slow living, like I'm so down for that. But just don't give dates of when you'll communicate, like, and then,
And
it's
then
fine if
not
like you're
meet
never prompt.
those.
Yeah, because that's kind of crazy. But like if you're never prompt and you're just kind of laissez-faire, like that's fine because I don't expect anything.
Hmm.
So keep it unprompt.
But then just don't promise anything.
Exactly.
If
And
you
that's
don't
what I
promise,
do.
you don't have the pressure of delivering, and that's okay.
Yeah, I can deal with that.
If that's the route you want to go down.
I can
But
deal with that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually. No, and
Hmm.
also if somebody goes out of your way to send like if somebody goes out of their way to like send you something nice,
Right.
like respond to them. Actually, I didn't do that this week.
Exactly. So you're outing
I'm
prompt
part of the
communication.
problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's
You're
me,
you're
actually.
s- you're so with me. You're so with me. Guys, it's
Um,
fine. Basically just get to it when you get to it. It's okay.
wait, so what are you saying? Like,
Like I'm mad, but now I'm joining you all. If you
oh,
can't beat
okay.
them, join them.
Okay, work.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
that's how I feel.
Work.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
work. Well,
Love that. So what are you saying?
yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm a little
Exactly.
confused. I'm a little confused.
I am I am not communicating clearly or promptly. It's exactly what I
No,
want.
no, and you just kind of have to go off the vibes at this point, is what we're learning.
Hmm.
Like, you just kind of have to
Yeah.
feel things out, and it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah.
If
That's
it's
right.
meant to be, it'll be. That's what Ethel Cain once said.
Baby.
Um, and with that, we come to the end of our ins and outs, kind
Another
of.
service for you guys.
Yeah, and it wasn't always easy this go round.
Mm-mm.
There were moments of complete syncopation and moments of complete, like,
Dissonance in a way.
yeah, dissonance, which is interesting for us. It's kind of
Yeah.
spring, rebirth, new beginnings. My God.
You're so right. Oh my God, you're so right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's
Wow.
probably also that we recently like have had some time zone changes for both of us.
Yeah.
So that's probably us just also getting
Go
used to each
crazy.
other
I'm
again.
crazy off that airplane food.
Y'all know it. What is the deal?
um, yeah, so Becca and I are going to take just a little bit of a break, and then we'll be right back to get into our segments.
Oh yeah.
Guys, I'm scared.
Fade
Oh,
into you.
oh.
Fade into you.
And I was scared there, but then I saw a big bird, and it had your face.
And I swayed all night to that.
That wasn't like a lyric she would write anyway. So guys, we're back. And
Yeah.
guys, you've been really keeping us fed with our comment corners. And we love
Hmm.
to bring it to you. And so we do have one this week. Becca, take it away.
Of course, I'll read this letter penned to us.
Hmm.
It begins. Hey, Becca and Quinn. So, while listening to the episode lovingly titled Political,
Hmm.
Becca mentioned that it was her diversary. Now, upon hearing that, I felt confused as to why Becca has an anniversary for diarrhea. Upon further inspection, I was obviously incorrect about that. Sorry, diabetes. But it did get me thinking, what if we all just had anniversaries for silly little things we do sometimes? What if we celebrate each day as if it's an anniversary? Like today, I ate only the crust of a grilled cheese. Call that crustiversary. Would life be happier? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I'm saying. I just make things up as I go along. Anyways, hopes you guys are well. Your loyal fan, Kylie. And Kylie, I can't thank you enough for this.
Talk about a
It's
thesis statement of this podcast. I don't really know.
uh,
I'm just making things up as I go along.
like perfect sentence, actually.
Girl, what do you think this is? What do you think this whole project has been?
Yeah, she's got a point. Um,
She's an
Also,
icon.
only the crust of a grilled cheese. My God, good for you.
What was, yeah, like, so to me, it feels like you missed like the good part, which is the cheese and the bread in the middle.
Well, the grilled cheese part of it, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
The
Maybe
part
she's
that
saving
is
it for
actually grilled
later.
cheese. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
But
can't fault you for this.
uh-huh. Yeah, I would never fault somebody who listens to our podcast for literally anything. Um,
Yeah, you're right.
but yeah. So what's something I did today that would be like a good like anniversary type thing? I made a gyro, but instead of like the stuff for like gyros, I put eggs in it and like bacon and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Call that breakfast
So
gyroversary.
breakfast. Love it. I love that.
And I also ate that at about 4 p.m. So
Brunch, if you will. Late.
a late brunch.
Yeah.
Having a late brunch.
A nice 5 p.m. late brunch.
Late brunch, early dinner.
hmm No, but Kylie, I think like you have really hit the nail on the head on how to like enjoy things more. And
Yes.
that's celebrate them. One time I did get the idea to celebrate, a random celebrity's birthday, and that celebrity was Seth Green, who is famously in
Scooby-Doo.
Austin Powers and Scooby Doo. And I forget his birthday, and I have not followed up with that, but I do
He's the
think of
voice
him
of Chris
often.
on
Things
Stan
like that.
Family Guy.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow. Is he really? And I
Can
needed
you
the answer.
imagine? Those people have so much
Yes.
money.
I know, but Mila Kunis said that sometimes she just like Meg just be in the background. So a lot of times, like, I don't know, how much do they actually have to talk?
I don't know. But like you gotta think a steady gig that's like
Yeah.
how long has that show been on? 20 years now? Almost?
Yeah, at least older than me.
Like, no, it's not that old.
And they say I'm 14.
they streets are
So
saying I'm 14 actually.
I
Um
don't know, guys.
oh my
Weird.
gosh. But anyway, Kylie, thank you for writing in.
Yeah,
And
we
guys, you can
cannot. I
follow in her
appreciate you
footsteps
so
or
much.
their footsteps, but um
Yeah.
and
Kylie, it's now your right anniversary,
yes.
which is the time that you wrote in this time, and we talked about it this
And
time.
Kylie, you've now written in twice, and a grand tradition we have in
Mm-hmm.
writing in twice is that we need like a full profile on you. Not even that we need to share necessarily
Yeah.
through the airwaves, but we do just need to know. We just want a little more information about who's writing in. And we want to know like
Yeah.
everything about you
Please.
because we're obsessed with you guys. Caitlin,
Yeah.
if you're listening out there, we
Yeah.
still have not received yours. So, and I know you exist
Interesting.
because you like my tweets sometimes. Um,
Fascinating.
mhm.
In my Instagram photos. Caitlin. Come
Caitlin, we're
on.
waiting. Anyway, but now we get to our other segments, and one of those is actually the jump scare of the week,
hmm
and that is actually a time in which each of us experienced such an intense amount of fear that we had to bring it to the masses and say, hey guys, you need to watch out for this, or this is what I experienced and I can't shoulder it on my own. And
hmm
that is ultimately what a podcast is about. And so, Becca, what was that moment for you this week?
Well, so I think I've talked about this a little, but I was able to meet Macy's cat um during my visit. And it is a terrible feeling to be allergic to something that you want to love so much.
1000%.
And taking allergy pills, like, They do make you a little tired, no matter how non-drowsy they say they are.
A
It's just the truth
Benadryl
of the
will like
matter.
take your ass out. It will level your ass for some reason.
Oh my God, it's like melatonin times 3,000.
And it's crazy because it's
Oh
such a
my
little pill, but
goodness.
you're such like I know for me, like I'm so infinitely larger than
Say
that pill, but like
it.
when I take that pill, it's suddenly like, oh my God, and my head hit the floor. Whoomp. Like,
And I'd be getting passed out. Damn, are conservatives gonna clip that for the red pill theory? Anywho, or like the opposite? I don't even know the theory.
I ain't
Do
never
they
watched that
want you to take the
movie.
pill? Or do not want you to. So I can't actually speak
I
on
haven't
it.
watched that old ass
Anywho,
movie.
um, yeah. And so basically, I would love more animals, but it's really just an issue of me being like sneezing so much in my eyes. That's the worst when your eyes just can't be comfortable and you can't even like open your eyes because it's
Uh-huh.
so itchy, bro.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Hate that.
Yeah. Is it literally just being around them, or is it literally like, do you accidentally touch your face and then you're just like fucked?
No, it's being around them, like their hair and such.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I never
Cool.
well, having a cat has like helped a lot. Um,
Right.
like I don't get bothered, but like I think I only ever got really bothered by cats because people are like, "Oh, I'm like allergic," but it's like I think everybody like doesn't respond well to putting like pet dander directly in your eye. Like after
Sure.
like you just shouldn't be like rubbing an animal and then being like, which I know, and Becca and I have come out as eye rubbers, like
I know. I do
taking it
love
back
rubbing
to a
my eyes.
classic. But and
Yeah.
we love rubbing our eyes, but uh, what has been the theme of this episode except for time and place?
And
And
I
I
did it at
did
your
it at your
birthday
birthday
dinner.
dinner.
I rubbed my eyes at your birthday dinner.
Like, I can say that about literally everybody whose birthday dinner I've ever been to. I've certainly rubbed my
I've
eyes
rubbed my
at.
eyes.
So
1,000% certainty I've rubbed my eyes
1,000%.
there.
I've never been more certain of anything in my life. But anyway,
If I've been to a place, I probably rubbed my eyes there. At least one.
you know that app that's like where you've pooped? It's like we make one, but for rubbing your eyes.
Oh my God. Love
Anyway,
that.
yeah,
Okay.
that's tough.
Well, yeah. Thank you for acknowledging
Mhm.
that. But Quinn, I'm so interested to know what's been scaring you lately.
And we've talked about below deck a lot on this podcast
Program.
episode, but
Yeah.
and I guess it's kind of maybe it's like two things, but honestly, guys, now that I've lived it, and I forget if I talked about this in the last episode, but the jet lag coming back from Asia, truly no joke.
Oh boy.
Like, it was tough, guys.
Benadryl times 3,000.
Like, no, it was like if it was like if you took Benadryl but you couldn't like go to sleep. Like
Ew.
it was like if you took Benadryl but you had to fight the urge to well, I guess yeah, but like, but it's like it's so frustrating. One of the most frustrating things is when you like feel tired and then when you actually go to sleep, it's like you don't sleep soundly.
Yeah.
Or like you can't get to sleep, but you're like, I literally felt like shit all day because I was tired. And that's how
Right.
I
So how
felt
could
for like
this
the
be?
first like 2 or 3 days while I was home. Like I fully like it was not good scenes. But like you
Oh
kind of
man.
like with jet lag, you kind of just have to live through it or else it's never gonna get better.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
but anyway. And as a result of my jet lag, there was a day this week where I think it was the second day, and it was like I had gone to bed, like I didn't nap or anything. I went through my whole day, and then I went to bed, and then like literally every couple hours I had to get up. Like I woke up
Uh,
every couple hours, and then
oh my God.
Duolingo was concerning me, and so I did a Duolingo thing real quick. But then I couldn't go back to sleep, so thank you Duolingo. But anyway,
Damn.
and then I think it was that day that I just went down and I had finished Below Deck Mediterranean season 3 the night before. And so I said, well, let me start the next season. And I sat there and watched 6 episodes in a row.
Like every good human should.
Straight, like, and I didn't realize what I had done until it was like over. And I was like, oh, wow, this is who I am, right? And then I was like, okay, let me go do something. Throughout the rest of the day, I watched literally 2 more episodes. So I watched 8 episodes of Below Deck in a day, which they're about 45-minute runtime. So that's about 6 hours of just Below Deck that I watched in a
But
singular
like it's
day.
so easy. It's
Oh, it's
so easy
so
to
easy because it's
do.
like, it's not exactly mindless television. I think it's something more dangerous because I feel like there's just enough going on
Right.
that make like your
Just enough.
synapses fire in a way that like watching something else doesn't.
Right.
But like, so it makes you feel like you're engaged, but then you're like, okay. And then suddenly it's 6 hours later and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah. Who even am I?
Why do I know this cast of 10 people intimately all of a sudden?
Literally.
um, and so that was something that scared me this week. But anyway,
We
sometimes you
all
just
have
need the
those moments
rest.
though where
Can I
we
say
gotta binge.
it was powerful in the last
Yeah.
episode in our recording? I forget if it was during the episode or maybe one of our breaks, but you were like, your body just needs to rest. Like you said that to me, and I was like, wait, that was really powerful.
Why has no one said that to me yet?
And I was like,
Yeah,
I
no,
felt
it's
seen by
true.
that. No, it's true because there's like certain things that I like want to get done this week, and it's weird because I'm like home this week, and then I like go somewhere else next week. So there's truly like nothing I can do because it feels like I just came home and now I'm like going somewhere else. But like I still like
Just
feel this
rest.
weird like I still feel this weird like responsibility to like do something. I don't even know what that something
Right.
is, but like
Yeah.
it was nice because my friend Becca was just empowering me to, girl, take a chill pill, literally. Take a
Mm-hmm.
Benadryl
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. Anyway.
Mostly because I'm like, I can't wait for you to get season 5.
Oh, you're like,
So
no, it's your
I'm
homework
gonna need you to
actually.
keep relaxing.
No, I feel like season five.
You kind of have a duty to me.
No, and knowing what happens, it's like it's gonna be so messy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Um, but then from the dark we move into the light. And we go to our
Mm-hmm.
manic pixie moments of the week. And this is a moment where we were just like, it's not the prize. It's not the pearls. I'm that girl.
I'm
Um,
that girl. It's just
from
that
the top of the
I
motion.
shine.
Um, and so it was very that. And so Becca, what was that moment for you this week, would you say?
Well, actually, honestly, that song is perfect because my Manic Pixie moment is just kind of the existence of the physical camera because something about that, like every photo we took this weekend with the physical Macy's little digital camera looks
Those are
so
great.
good.
That's a good, I love that camera she has.
Yeah, like obsessed with the little flicks she takes when we go out.
Someone's selling a digital, like a little point and shoot digital camera on Facebook Marketplace that I know, and they like lowered the price of it, and now I'm like, I should buy that because I do kind of want to get into like
Kind of got to get it.
digital now
Mm-hmm.
that
Yeah.
now that I'm on my photography journey, like kind of older digital, like
Mm-hmm.
when it was still kind of like I love Macy's and that camera again. We're bringing up the image, our cover
Took
image. That camera took our cover
exactly.
image.
You're so true for that.
Yeah.
Wow. What a gorgeous thing.
Memory alone, the
In the
moonlight.
moonlight, not a sound. But guys, we're not supposed to think about the past, so only think about what cameras can do for you in the future.
Exactly. What can they do for you moving forward?
Yes. And that is take some really good photos.
Exactly.
So yeah. Quinn, what the heck even is your manic pixie moment?
Well, as I said, I'm going to the Renaissance tour, and
Mm-hmm.
Becca, you've also inspired me to do this, but I started making a Pinterest board
Yeah.
because now that I know I'm going, and it's in like July, so it's like a good amount of time away,
Mm-hmm.
and like concert outfits, like you know me. Like
Yeah.
something about me is like when I'm going to an event, I'm always gonna pull like a good outfit. But like
Hmm.
sometimes concert outfits, like I don't like go like fully all out for. But girl,
You
it's
need
Beyonce. It's
to.
the Renaissance tour. Like, what am I doing? And so
Literally.
there was one night where I was just like, let me just start collecting images. And so it's so good that we're talking about this because on our very first enlist about 6 months ago now, the winter ins and outs.
Uh-huh.
What did I say was in? But aliens.
Aliens. I was gonna say. Okay, okay.
And so
I'm with you.
aliens are a big part of what I'm doing. I
Love
want
that.
to be otherworldly. I want to give
Yeah.
otherworldly. And, you know, like 70s, like it's very like I want my concept to be like if an alien went to Studio 54.
Obsessed with that. Are you gonna
If
do
they
like alien makeup?
Yes, ideally.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit of a
Okay.
commitment, but
You can
yes.
do it.
I believe
Wow,
like
wow,
with the
wow, wow,
proper
wow.
planning, and guys, I'm a Sagittarius. Planning, not my thing. But I'm
Right.
trying to fight that a little bit and say, you know what? I want to give the kids something to fucking eat.
Yeah.
Um,
Some something sweet for the fucking kids.
yes. Because what is this podcast other
If
than a
not something
source
sweet
of sweet things for the fucking kids?
at your birthday dinner.
Exactly. And I did it at your
And
birthday dinner.
I did it. It's so
um,
funny.
me talking to Beyonce about my outfit, and I did it at your birthday dinner.
And I did it at your birthday
Um,
dinner.
but yeah, it's also gonna be so funny because I'm going with my friend Ian, and Ian famously wears athletic shorts and a t-shirt to like any event. Um,
Oh my God, this is why gay men are out.
oh my
JK Ian.
Ian.
I
Um,
kid, I kid, I kid.
and I'm gonna be with him, and he's gonna wear like something like that, and I'm gonna be like an alien, and we are gonna go out
And
afterwards, and I'm gonna
it's
be
gonna
at
be
the gay bars
perfect.
of Philadelphia, just being an alien,
Yeah, I can't
and
wait.
that's gonna be great, actually. So
Wow.
I'm just looking forward to that, and all I can say is watch this space.
I, for
Watch
one, am so
this
excited.
space, because where do aliens live? Space.
Space, or so we say.
Need a whole world.
TBA.
I'ma need space. I'ma need
I'm
space.
a need
Don't
space.
know I'm a
I'm a need
star.
space.
Space. People don't talk about
One
that
of
song
her best
enough.
songs, actually.
No, literally,
No,
people don't
literally,
say
it's so
that. Like
good.
people don't talk about it enough.
Her doing NASA and then followed on the track list by Needy.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
I need
She
space,
said,
but
I'm
I
gonna
can be
directly
needy.
contradict myself actually in this moment.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have fun
Um,
doing it at your
yeah.
birthday dinner.
I still haven't watched oh my God, you should like I should view that with you. I've never watched the Netflix Sweetener.
Duh, we have to do that.
Yeah,
Oh my dear God.
I'd like to
It's a
watch it
really
with you.
entertaining concert viewing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Uh,
Perfect.
but yeah. And that brings us to the end of our show.
Mm-hmm.
So Becca, where can people find you if they want to keep up with you and you're being cute, you're wearing a hokas,
Yeah.
you would never post your hokas on Instagram. I don't know why I'm saying that, but you know.
No, 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 no. Thank you. Well, I can, well, yeah, you guys actually can follow me on Instagram at Becca Hobart, Twitter and Spotify Bex Gloss, TikTok, Where Y'all Going During World War III. You can also find me in a field having a meal, not in my hokas or anything else that could possibly give me blisters. So I will be wearing my Crocs.
Yeah.
They are a platform. They are chunky, but that's fine.
Yeah. No, a platform is like a different thing than chunky. Maybe I'm being ideologically
Hmm.
inconsistent, but I do love platform shoes usually.
Okay. All right.
Or
Okay.
maybe the chunky feelers are
So
just an
yeah,
exception to my rule that I love platform shoes because I love your Converse.
Thank you.
I love a
I would
platform
say those are just
Converse.
platform. Chunky also needs to have something above it.
Yeah, I like platform, not chunky. Well, I like chunky in
Yeah,
certain
but
contexts, but
they
anyway.
often coincide, we must admit. But yeah. So Quinn, where can people keep up with you individually actually?
You can find me at Quinn P. Murphy on Instagram and TikTok, and you can find me at Quinn P. Murphy _ on Twitter. And you can also find me fiddling with things in my little hands because for some reason I just enjoy having something in my hands at all times.
Mm,
And yeah, I'm just a tactile person. And so if you saw me playing with
lovely.
my little pens I keep on my desk, mind your business ultimately. That's what I have to say about that. It's another in. That's a perma in actually. For whenever we do the
Oh
perma ins
yeah.
and perma outs episode, minding your own business never goes out of style.
Number one, actually.
Um
Forever.
but yeah. Becca, where can people keep up with the show if they like?
Oh yeah, they can follow at Manic Pixie Jump Scare on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube, where we post the podcast at length and also some like exclusive content over there, guys. You can also leave comments there for Comment Corner. We do see them.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good place to do it. But please,
It's
please,
free.
please also, guys, email in at manicpcjumpscare@gmail.com
Uh-huh.
and we will read your beautiful letters like we did today. And obviously everyone benefits and it's so joyous. So don't ever doubt yourself. Just send in a thought.
Yes. Yeah, it could be something dumb,
Sure.
but we will make
We
it not
say,
dumb.
yeah,
Exactly.
guys. Yeah, we love you no matter what. We're
Her
Quinn.
Quinn
And
and
we're Becca.
we're Rebecca.
And
And
thank you
thank
for
you for
listening.
listening.
Oh, oh,
Aw.
oh, oh, oh.
Manic Pixie Jump Scare is hosted by Quinn Murphy
and Becca Hobart. Executive produced by Quinn Murphy and Becca Hobart.
Sound and video editing by Quinn Murphy.
Social media management and highlights by Becca Hobart.
And our theme song was written by Quinn Murphy, Becca Hobart, and Nandita Mahesh.